Alright, here we go. We're going to start running with the Cami War deck. We did really good yesterday. I played 10 games and I won either 8 or 9 of them. Did alright. Alright. Matches, not games. So, was that like 30 individual games? And I think I won probably 80 or 89% of those 30. Aim and go, like not every one of them went the full 3 rounds. So it was a good day though. It was a good day. Let's see if we can repeat that. So far so good. Looks like he probably got mana screwed, and he just dropped out. All right, gives us some rank points and puts us up into Diamond Tier 2. So that much closer to Mythic. In my experience, it's always the Tier 1 going into Mythic that is, like, that's always the hee-haw. Because there are people in Mythic who, they're like the bottom of Mythic, and you're fighting them trying to get in, and they play a lot of jank decks or homebrews. And it's, when you stream that far out of the meta, you can definitely get into Mythic, but I'll run into a lot of decks that I haven't seen before. Like there's a rat deck that's I ran into a few times as silver coming up this season, and it's got potential to just straight up decimate my deck. Like it really does. However, I'm not sure if I'm going to see it in Mythic or not. It's a really aggressive mid range that swaps into control. If it would actually swap into more aggression, it'd be yeah, they would just mop the floor with me. But it sides for control to defeat control, and it's just crazy. I actually hit the draw on this one just because. I wish I wouldn't have hit the draw. Oh yeah, kiss my butt. Definitely gonna bring in some farewell, huh? Everybody, mana ramp can beat your Thalia. Just don't know if I can beat it before it's lethal. Shit, no, no, not gonna happen. He's gonna get me. Just bump it. I like Kogla here because he's got that recurring fight. But I don't like bringing Kogla in unless I bring in the second portal to Phyrexia. And then we only use that when it is a heavy aggro deck, when it's a big deck. The little decks don't need it so much against. We just need our wipes and then single target isolation. Definitely not taking the draw on this one. Oh, figures, doesn't it? Look at that. Two farewells in our opening hand with one white source. Get that black source in play right away, too. A little bit more to activate the Restless Cottage. Otherwise, we would have gotten some tokens there. That is one thing nice about this deck. When you're fighting an aggro deck, your life will get down there. And this deck definitely uses your life as a resource. And the Restless Cottage will create food tokens each and every time you attack with it. We'll just pop this now. And I'm going to hit the graveyard too. Don't have anything that I need to worry about losing. Pardon me. Right. And let's see if we can do it one more time. Didn't really have anything that I couldn't overcome. That looks good to me. I really like the new manlands. I've always liked manlands like Needle Spires. Still got a full play set of those. But I love manlands and the Restless Cottage and all of the restless at lands are really really cool. I run three of them in here: the Biovac, the Cottage, and oh, what's the black and white one? I can't remember off the top of my head. Oh, yeah, there it is, the Fortress. Hey, speak the devil. Now I should have ran a tapped land there, hoping for a untapped green source. However, I wanted to get my up the beanstalk down and try to draw a green source, and there it is. There it is. So it worked out. Either way, he hit us with the Thalia, so we can get the Stompers out. Stomper here, and then Invasion on the next turn, if we can get an untapped. Ooh, damn, this is going to be tight. This is going to be tight. Healthy man land down. See if I can pop Thalia. I can't because I can't block. Oh, Jesus, this is going to hurt. Oh, I can't block. If he lets me fire that Slimefoot survey, um, I can get an untapped source. That should actually put a farewell in my hand. Nice. Nice. Thank you. Yeah, indestructible does not beat exile. Those. Oh, he didn't cast it. He couldn't cast it. Wait, why didn't he cast it? Oh, because he couldn't pay the one. Oh man, I'm definitely putting that in the video description. All right, so now I'm gonna toss out the Field of Ruin here. I want to make sure I've got two white sources in play. Yep, I'm gonna toss out the Field of Ruin here, and we are going to Slimefoot Survey for oh man, for either a farewell or a Troxel. Now, farewell is what I actually want, and I don't know if I could win the game with Troxel, but I will take it because it will at least help mitigate damage. Oh, we didn't get either. Kea is not going to change anything, so I'm actually going to submit 0 and hope we top deck a farewell. That's the only thing I can hope for at this point. Oh shit, training. Nice. All right, so we're one for two. Really, I honestly really regret taking the draw on game one because he got that turn two Thalia down, and that really screwed my turn two Azuzas. And I think that would have absolutely won me the match because even if he got down on turn three, I still could have played around it. So that one, I do believe that that was a mistake on my part. It was a misclick. I said I did it just because, but honestly, it was just because I clicked the wrong button. Beautiful, such perfect mana ramp, but we play first, so we'd have to hit that land right away. Here we've got a couple good draws, so we'll use those good draws to get up to our mana ramp. And that first hand, though, one more land would have been beautiful. Of Jen, he's a really good card. Now I've changed this deck a little bit. I used to mainboard a Teferi, the blue one, and there's a lot more impactful with that in there versus after removing it. So now it's not as good. It still does the job, but it's just I don't know. It's just lackluster, I guess. His mainboarding Terra Sunders and Tough Cookie is indeed a tough cookie. Grabbing a blue. Oh, Swamp's already in play. I need another black source here pretty quickly, so we do have the Weather Seed, and we've also got Ren and Realm Breaker, so that should help. Ooh, two tough cookies. Only bringing in a farewell. This guy is running a lot of enchantment hate, isn't he? It was a black source, yeah? Not enchantments, artifacts. A lot of artifacts here. Not gonna block that. Hey, I would not have blocked that. Good thing she's not a win con, huh? Interesting. I felt he had the advantage there. Yeah, he's got a lot of artifacts and enchantments, so I'm trying to figure out exactly what I want to do to take him out. Um, Kogla is nice, but he doesn't really have any big creatures, so the fight isn't really there. I'm wondering if four is too many Terra Sunders because I didn't see anything that big. So I think I'm just going to go down to two Terra Sunders, and I'm going to drop. I hate doing it. I'm going to drop. I'm not going to drop a War. I'm going to drop an Azusa. I love it, and I love it in my opening hand, but it seems like I'm not hitting those opening hands with 4 or 5 lands where it's really beneficial. Because if you have one in your opening hand and then you pull one, then it's really beneficial. Otherwise, it's just not. So, and I would rather not drop a War, even though it lowers our mana curve. With all of the ramping we have, I'm not too worried about that. Would you play it? You don't play that in this matchup. Glad I brought in the Terra Sunders at this point. It's a enchantment up, but I really need the land. I got black, red, blue. Well, I don't need a second blue source. We took them out. We got white. All right, we're good. So I'm just gonna take a full face hit here. All farewell. Uh, Next round. We've got the health to take the full 9, and no enchantments out. So Like me very much. I really want that card. I think I'll play it. Oh, he's got another one. It looks like this is going to be a good game. Yep, good game. I love Manlands, I really do. It's great that I was talking about that as this particular round started because it's like, I sometimes, man. Magic is just such an amazing game. It really is. All right, so what is that? That's two of three. See if we can hit three of four here. Play this guy a lot. Wonder if his name's Will. Wow, I really misread my entire hand. I thought that was a Sousa's. Otherwise, I would have dropped the Cottage there. That was bad. Mole, that's why. Not even gonna lie. Looking down, trying to pack a bowl, and just, completely screwed up. So, yeah, can we come back from this? Oxil, he or Toxrill. He's gonna be about the best choice I've got, but that's patchwork automaton. That's something there. Is that Ward 2? That is the answer. That is the answer. I love special lands and man lands. Look at that. It's gonna save the day for us. Bosiju. I know I am butchering it. So if someone could correct me on the spelling, on the enunciation, that would be phenomenal. But yeah, we're gonna blow up a patchwork automaton. That'll take us down 8. Okay. Why did he leave it untapped? He's got to have something in hand, doesn't he? Well, let's find out what he's got in hand. Let's get disappointed now rather than later. Hey, it worked. All right. If we can just block the mandible. I mean, that kind of sucks. It's not how I want to block it, but I will. One, two, three, four, 5, 6. What we can do here. Until after this game, and then when I do the sideboarding, I will come take care of that for you. Give me just this round is almost over, so I've only got like 4 life left. Exiled is exiled. Nothing I can do here. Yeah, I don't have enough blue sources. I could gain 3 health. Gonna do anything. Let's go ahead and go round 2. Those out. Get this out. Get that out. Drop 2 beanstalks, and that's how we start off. Then we bring in the farewells, bring in another wipe, and then you make a choice between Canter Bloom and Terra Sunder. I always go for the Canter Bloom because we've got the Portal to Phyrexia, so I can just keep recurring them. And he didn't have any big nasty threats, otherwise I would bring in Kogla. Now, I do like 2 Slimefoot surveys because the fact his deck is so fast, I want to be able to go through there and grab my farewells. But you don't really want to cut anything to bring one in. Azusa's is, I mean, this card is absolutely insane when it's in your opening hand. But I've got to cut one here because it's far more likely that I'll be ready for a Slimefoot survey, turn 5 or 6, when an Asusa is going to be pretty much a dead draw, and I don't want dead draws when I'm in an aggro matchup. Go fix the PlayStation for the children. Oh, so like I kept this hand because I didn't want to go down and lose another card, and I wanted the Azuzas in hand for turn two, and now I'm not even getting a green source. And sometimes I wonder if the shuffler's broken on this because statistically, that's almost. I want to say it's impossible. It's not impossible, but it's highly improbable. I've got. I don't know what it is, like 27 or 28. 27 or 28 land in this deck, and I believe it's like I want to say 17 to 19 of them have a no. It's more like 16 to 17. 16 to 17 are a green source, and here we filtered through 4 land, and I've seen nothing. So we're just going to drop this game, and we're going to go with 2 of 4. But I'm going to take a short intermission. As you can tell, it sounds like it's Zoo in the background.